If you are considering a move to Jacksonville, Florida, a good real estate agent can help you find a home in the safest neighborhoods, right? Well, not really. Whenever I meet with prospective buyers for a consultation to determine what they're looking for in a home, as far as property features and price point, oftentimes they will indicate they want to be in a nice, good, or safe neighborhood. Just answering the question, where are the safe neighborhoods in Jacksonville, Florida, or showing homes in what I deem are safe, good, or nice areas can get me into a lot of hot water. And not just me, that goes for any real estate agent. First off, what I consider safe may be completely different from what you consider safe. Secondly, and most important, this could be considered steering, which is illegal. Now, steering is the practice of influencing a buyer's choice of communities based upon one of the protected characteristics under the Fair Housing Act. And those are race, color, religion, gender, disability, familial status, or national origin. Steering occurs when real estate agents do not tell buyers about available properties that meet their criteria or express certain views about communities with the purpose of directing buyers away from or towards certain neighborhoods due to their race or other protected characteristics. Now, even though my intentions in sharing information about the best or worst areas could be good, you can see how easily they could be misconstrued. And as a realtor, I could face stiff penalties and fines. I could even lose my license. Now, I get it. No one wants to buy a house in a dangerous neighborhood. When people imagine owning a house, the visions they have are of picket fences, gardens, lake views, and sipping coffee on the front porch. They don't picture in their minds getting assaulted when they go out to check the mail. Now, while I cannot discuss with you where the safest neighborhoods in Jacksonville are, and I can't show you properties in what I consider the best areas, I can certainly provide you with the tools to do your own research to determine where you would like to live. Here are a few websites that I like to direct my clients to, and I will link them up in the description below so you can get to them easily. So the first website I wanted to show you, it's really cool. I like it because it has a crime mapping feature on it. It's actually on the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office website at jaxsheriff.org. And you can go here and explore the site and actually find the crime mapping link. But I'm already here, and like I said, I will link it up in the description box below. Once you get here, you accept the terms and conditions of use right here, and this cool little map feature comes up, and this is all the incidences of crime that have been reported, and the date range is the last 7 days. So up in the right hand corner, it tells you from 12/28/22 to 1/3/2023. Happy New Year, by the way. So in that time period, there's 379 records of reported crimes. Now, all these little icons represent the area that the crime was reported and also the type of crime. Like, for instance, this little icon right here is a gun. So if you click on that gun, improper exhibition of a firearm or a dangerous weapon. I guess it could have been a gun or a knife or a baseball bat for that matter, but you can see that that's the incident number, and that happened right here's the address, the 1800 block of East 27th Street. Okay, so let's actually go to some of these other little cool icons. Here's one with a mask. I thought that was pretty cool. If you click on that, that's a burglary of a structure not occupied. No assault and battery, no weapon. So somebody broke into a house or a business or something. That happened in the 2100 block of West 30th Street. Some other cool little icons. This little fist over here, that's over in the Arlington area. This was an incident of battery causing bodily harm. That happened in the 8400 block of Jacinto Street. And it happened on the 1st. So it was actually New Year's Day at 3 in the morning. So somebody was partying, probably got into a fight, no doubt. Here's one. What is this? A little can of hairspray or paint or something. And that happened in the 3300 block of Accessory Boulevard on the 2nd of January at 10:30 in the morning. Shoot, throw deadly missiles into dwelling. I don't know. Maybe someone was throwing rocks. It's vandalism. So close that. So you can actually zoom in and go to what area of town that you want to look at. Say, for instance, we're just going to go over here to this little area off Atlantic Boulevard. There's a couple of incidences here. What's the money sign mean? Petty theft, less than $100, first offense. 6800 block of Crane Avenue. This little icon right here looks kind of interesting. It's a looks like a pill, a prescription pill, in a drink glass. Let's click on that. Possess marijuana with intent to sell. That happened on January 3rd at 8:25 p.m. in the Pecan Street area. So it's pretty cool. You can go on here and check things out. Any area of town that you want to look at. The little fist here means battery, touch or strike, no injury. That happened in the 2100 block of North University Boulevard. So like I said, it's pretty cool. You can look at charts and you can print this out. Where, when, what, the summary. These are all the filters that you can put in. You can actually go up here and you can actually put in a zip code. Let's just go to the zip code I live in, 32210. And by the way, I've lived here all my life. Okay. Wow, I like that. Not a whole lot of crime. Well, wait a minute. I backed up a little bit, but this is the instances of crime in the past 7 days around my house. Well, in my zip code anyway. Look at this. This has the number 6. And that means that there's multiple records. There is 6 records. This one was petty theft. You can go on here to the next record. This was petty theft, first degree. Next record, grand theft, 7. That means it was $750 to $4,999. Happened in the 6700 block of 103rd Street. Here's another one. Again on 103rd Street. It might have been the same person. Petty theft, first degree, $100 to less than $750. So there you go. This is a really cool website to go and play with. I wish that this was a website that you could, or that the crime mapping feature was a website that you could go to in all the cities in the country, but you can't. The particular law enforcement agency has to subscribe to this service in order for it to come up. I looked at some other areas around Jacksonville and this wasn't available. So right now, all I can see is the Jacksonville area that this is good for. Another one I want to talk about is the Florida Department of Law Enforcement's website, where you can go and actually search for sexual offenders and sexual predators. This is important. I know a lot of people that come to town with children especially want to know this information, and this is exactly where I send them to. But you can search by neighborhood, you can search by address. I'm just going to go, and you would be amazed at the amount of sexual predators and sexual offenders that live near you. And this website is good for anywhere in the country. But just for an example here, I'm going to put in my office address. And this is within the mile radius. And let's see how many sexual offenders and predators come up. Takes a second. But look at this. So this is a mile radius of my office. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 actually. Sexual predators live in and around my office. I don't know what this little tent is. That's just outside of that mile radius. I'm going to go ahead and click on that and see what that means. But what you can, okay, so that means he's a transient. And he's living in or around McDuff Avenue and US 17 South. His name is Stanley Hall, and he is designated as a predator. There's a picture of his little mug. If you click on that, you can go and get more information. Actually, his status says that he's confined, and these are all clickable links. If you go down here, it's got some markings that if he's got tattoos, they logged it in here. So he's got a tattoo on his back, 2 on his right arm, 2 on his left arm. This is his most recent addresses. Kind of cool that he's in the Duval County Jail right now. He's been transient in Duval County, transient on Macduff Avenue. And here's his actual crime: sexual battery by an adult on adult victim, aggravating circumstances. So it sometimes even have the make and model of the car that they drive. So that's pretty cool. Let's just go check out another one. We'll close this one out. Let's go to this one. Anthony Thompson, designated offender. He's at 1467 Avondale Avenue. Let's click on his pretty little mug and go down here. There's his tattoos, scars, birthmarks. This is his most recent addresses. He was at 5133 Timucana Road, apartment 12. And now he's at 1467 Avondale Avenue. Here's his crime is sexual battery, injury not likely. There's his cars that he's been known to drive. So this is a wealth of great information if you're concerned about sexual predators in your area. I'm going to click on this red one. I don't know what the red designates, but this guy's name's Stephen Crucell. He lives at 3628 Oak Street. Click on his pretty face. These are his most recent addresses. And he was accused of, I guess he was convicted of sexual battery, coercion by threat. So look, man, he's had got a lot of information on him here. He must be one of those that is always in the system. So that's the Florida Department of Law Enforcement website. Look for sexual predators and sexual offenders there. The next one I show you is especially people who are moving to Jacksonville and Florida, for that matter, that have kids that are in school. You're going to want to know what the best schools are. Here is a great source of information. And don't forget, I'm going to link these up, all these links in the description so you can find them easy. It talks about how they grade schools, and there's a lot of great information if you're concerned about schools in the area. So take a look at that and see what you think. Despite what you might have heard, Jacksonville is not a bad place to live as far as crime is concerned. Sure, we've got our fair share, but what city in America doesn't? Now, I was born here, raised here, and I've lived here my entire life, with the exception of the 6 years I spent in the military. And when I look back, I can't recall ever being the victim of a major or violent crime. I can't remember even witnessing anything major. Well, once as a child, I did see a gas station being held up on Christmas Eve, and in the end, no one got hurt and the guy was arrested. And yeah, I had bicycles stolen and things like that. And then once as an adult, long before I got in the real estate business, someone stole a radio out of my work van. Now that could be partly my fault because I left the door unlocked. Sure, the news is full of reports of crimes that have taken place in our city, but just like anywhere in the world, stay away from places you don't really need to be, and at times of the day that you don't need to be there, and you'll be just fine. Now, your friends, co-workers, and family, if you have any here, well, they can tell you the areas to avoid without any repercussion. One word of advice I can give you, and that's stay away from Waffle House after midnight. And that's any Waffle House anywhere in Jacksonville on any given day. After midnight is when the trouble usually starts. The late night party goers usually end up there, and people who are drunk, hungry, and tired, well, let's just say you'll either be involved or you'll be entertained. If you're moving to Jacksonville and you would like a free relocation guide packed full of great information about Jacksonville, things to do and see, and stuff like that, shoot me an email and I'll get it out to you. I'm Mike Jones, Jacksonville's Voice of Real Estate. Thank you for watching.